Why does someone who has died get a second chance at life? Who was responsible for Jiangxi's death in her past life? Was it really Yuki, as she had always believed? This video will unravel the mystery behind Jiangxi's reincarnation in the novel Yujin. In her past life, Jiangxi wandered to the border of Dazhou, where she met and fell in love with Yuki in Nanao. Later, she led the Nanao army to attack the Dazhou imperial court, but was struck by an arrow and died, carrying her memories back to 10 years before. In the original story, Jiangxi died on the very night of her wedding to Yuki. The last thing she saw before her death was the man she loved drawing his bow and aiming at her. Naturally, she believed that Yuki was the one who had killed her. After her rebirth, Jiangxi tried to avoid him at all costs. She thought that as long as she stayed away from Yuki, she could escape her fate of being killed again. But in reality, Yuki was not her murderer. In fact, he played the most crucial role in bringing her back to life. Everything began the first time they met. The truth behind Jiangxi's death. In her past life, after marrying into the Nguogong household, Jiangxi was mistreated by both her in-laws and her birth family after her husband suddenly passed away. Eventually, she left the capital and settled near the Nanao border. There, she accidentally saved a member of the Yumiao tribe and was accepted as a disciple by the tribe's elder. It was also there that she met Yuki, the seventh prince who had been exiled. Due to a prophecy from the imperial priest, Yuki had been despised by the emperor since birth and was later banished to the frontier near Nanao. To reclaim his rightful place in the capital, Yuki worked tirelessly to fight off invaders and earn military merits. His plan was to form an alliance with the Yumiao tribe, using their strength to resist external threats. During this time, he met Jiangxi, and the two gradually grew closer, forming a deep bond. Not long after, they pledged their love to each other, and Yuki even requested an imperial marriage decree as a surprise for her. However, when Jiangxi discovered his royal identity, she misunderstood his intentions. Despite still having feelings for him, she remained wary and defensive. On their wedding night, Jiangxi was ambushed by mysterious assassins. At the moment she was struck by an arrow, Yuki was in the main hall, leading to a tragic misunderstanding that she carried to her grave. The real culprit. The truth was that Yuki had always loved her, and the two had actually met long before. When he was a child, Yuki's delicate features led human traffickers to mistake him for a girl and attempt to sell him to a brothel. It was Jiangxi who saved him from their clutches. Since then, Yuki never forgot her. From the moment they met again in Nanao, he had already recognized her. However, because the incident from his childhood was too embarrassing, he never mentioned it, inadvertently causing her misunderstanding. The real mastermind behind Jiangxi's murder was Yuki's own royal brother. Fearing that Yuki's alliance with the Yumiao tribe would threaten his power, he sent assassins to eliminate Jiangxi. When Yuki found out, he rushed to save her, but he was too late. Worse still, she died believing that he was the one who had betrayed her. Yuki's ultimate sacrifice. After Jiangxi's death, Yuki refused to accept reality. He learned that the Yumiao tribe possessed an ancient ritual if someone was willing to sacrifice their heart's blood. There was a 1 in 10,000 chance of bringing another person back to life. Without hesitation, Yuki sought out the tribe's elder and begged her to use his heart's blood to revive Jiangxi. Despite the slim odds, he was determined to try. Moved by his desperate plea, the elder finally agreed, sending Jiangxi's soul back 10 years before everything had happened. Unfortunately, after her rebirth, Jiangxi still believed that Yuki was her murderer, avoiding him at all costs. Meanwhile, Yuki had no memories of their past life, and everything had to start over from the beginning. It seems their love story is still destined for many trials and tribulations.